The Batman theme returns due to a recent urge/obligation to celebrate Fox's Gotham, a show detailing the early exploits of several Batman mythos characters, chiefly a determined, competent, troubled James Gordon, a cynical, slovenly, honourable, capable Harvey Bullock, a sarcastic, supportive, formidable Alfred, a mature, intelligent, dutiful, naive Bruce Wayne, the future caped crusader, though of course the only true Batman is Adam West, or Kevin Smith in that one scene from Mallrats, a skillful, streetwise Selina Kyle, a dramatic, eloquent, ruthless, Machiavellian Penguin, and a cunning, conflicted, ostracised Riddler. The vast cast results in planned shifts in power and alliance, causing rewardingly realised relationships that showcase significant shortcomings in benevolent heroes and encourage significant sympathy for malevolent villains, while the remaining entirely loathsome antagonists warrant inclusion thanks to enlivening, ultra-confident showmanship and terror, a combination of moods noticeable throughout the show, which tonally artfully fluctuates between unapologetically boisterous absurdity and cynical, horrific darkness, thereby adopting several approaches taken by previous Batman properties, and complemented by an aesthetic that invokes traits of Golden Age Hollywood decadence, neo-gothic splendour, and unsanitized film noir, alongside punk fashion leanings and modern technology reflecting the numerous eras in which Batman's existed. The series' attitude logically evolves, beginning life as a faintly embellished crime drama, allowing the ambitious narrative, scale, and advanced production values to amplify over time, though traces of all elements are evident from the beginning. Other than the fact no characters, with the exception of Professor Pig, have ever got ham, the show's only issue is that certain characters are somewhat overused or inconsistently written, though this applies to very few indeed. Oh, by the way, Erin Richards, who plays Barbara, is Welsh, so if someone of said nationality is needed for the next Batman series, whether to play Barbara or another character, then to answer the question being asked by the endless number of DC casting agents obviously watching this video, yes, if I rearrange a few other filming commitments, I should be available. Gotham's often allegedly criticised for its source material changes, and while creative liberties are undeniable, they're either fairly superficial or service this specific tale. Directly translating existing stories is simply one of many ways in which to respect source material. Tone and intent, especially in a Batman property, are equally crucial components, and in those areas, Gotham is reasonably faithful. Core principles of the world and characters are maintained, regardless of changes elsewhere. For example, there's no stage in Season 5 where the character who was treated as Penguin is revealed to in fact be Pingu. That actually happens in Season 4. In cases where characters or events deviate heavily from typical portrayal, this is excused due to Gotham essentially functioning as an Elseworld story, an alternative reimagining rather than a traditional prequel. Comic books themselves display such inconsistent storytelling that artistic license, much like Thanos, is inevitable. Additionally, the fact several characters and ideas are gifted with much more detailed exploration than most other retellings provide, however modified, indicates a clear degree of source material appreciation. Gotham is violent, horrific, elaborate, bold, humorous, gripping, complex, expertly acted, and, at time of recording, readily available on Netflix. I managed to watch the whole series fairly quickly. It helped that I was trapped inside a block of ice by Mr. Freeze while the show was played in front of me though. Even skeptics are seriously advised to attempt the show. You may find your doubts soon disproved. Viewers are advised that it's far from a family-friendly endeavour, being placed fairly firmly in the depraved and bloodthirsty category of Batman adaptations, despite its colourful presentation. I was initially deterred by articles that explored certain questionable sounding storylines that, when viewed in context, are actually extremely enjoyable. Thanks to videos by Brown Table and High Top Films, I was convinced to finally watch. I wrongly avoided for such a long time. I'm determined to ensure such misfortune doesn't befall others, similar to Bruce Wayne fighting crime following the demise of his parents, although I'm arguably more heroic. While known, compared to other DC shows such as the CW offerings, Gotham unfairly receives little attention, meaning it's relatively underrated. Thanks for watching my video on Gotham, and if I don't see you next time, you've presumably been trapped in a block of ice by Mr. Freeze while videos other than my own are played in front of you. I'll hold no grudges. Closer to the bone, sweeter is the meat. Last Virginia ham is the best that you can eat. Don't talk about my baby, she's slender but she's sweet. Last Virginia ham is the best that you can eat. Pingu, Pingu,